a mirror do besides let you know you're having a good hair day or that your eyeliner is uneven? Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, welcome back to my bedroom, and welcome back to another episode of me. Today's video is going to be real short. I just wanted to talk about mirroring real quick because I woke up this morning feeling full of energy and this topic came up. I don't know, maybe it's a message, maybe somebody needs to hear this, but before I go any further, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. We are growing, it's a growing community. It's a safe space for you and I. And let's just get into this video. I just kind of wanted to reiterate the fact that as above, so below. We are all connected from an Abrahamic perspective. We are all created in his image. From a more spiritual standpoint, energy is all connected. We are all connected, and everyone you meet is a reflection of you. The good, the bad, the ugly, the things that you love about somebody and the things that you hate about somebody else has a mirroring aspect to it. We're all connected and you're seeing yourself in that person. A lot of the time our egos get in the way and we don't realize that we are all connected and everybody is an extension of you, and the things that you see in somebody else that you may like or may not like are reflections of you, and sometimes the things that you don't like in people are reflections of triggers that you may have experienced or people that may have abused you in the past. And everything and every situation every day when you wake up is an opportunity to be better and an opportunity to improve. And there is no improvement without understanding your pain and your past traumas. You can't move forward without understanding your past. And sometimes certain people piss you off or are mirroring things that are connected to your traumas or things that you just haven't actually dealt with, which is why you may be seeing this person as something that you don't enjoy. There's an aspect of that dislike that exists in you somewhere, or it exists in your past experiences somewhere. Back to the idea of the Abrahamic and spiritual aspect, everything is God, right? We are God, we are all made in his image, and from a spiritual standpoint, you know, all the minerals that are in you, all the minerals that are in the earth, all the minerals that are in the planet, or in the cosmos, essentially the creator, essentially we all are made in source's image. Okay. Now, let me just give you a back up. Let me just rewind real quick. What does a mirror do? What does a mirror do besides let you know you're having a good hair day or that your eyeliner is uneven? Mirrors, it holds up the light, right? And to appreciate light and to see light, you need darkness. Imagine the concept of a smoky mirror, right? Imagine we're in the same room and there's a piece of glass, right? Piece of glass in between us, but there's smoke. So you can't see me through the smoke, right? And the smoke, in a sense, is your ego. You can't see me looking back at you. You can't see the me in you and the you in me, because of our ego. Our ego tells us I'm this, my life is this, all my experiences are this and that. And we all learn different lessons at different times. And that's why it's really important to have patience with people, because, you know, you might understand the value and the lesson of how important friendships are, for example, where other people, it might take really good situations with friendships before they understand that, or really bad situations with friendships before they understand that. But you were fortunate enough to just have that value without having any karmic experiences attached to that. And those experiences that you may have naturally, other people have to learn on their own. And that's why it's so important to just be patient, because you don't know what people are going through. You don't know, just because somebody presents themselves in a certain way, you don't actually know what's going on in their head. We have those karmic lessons that we learn, helps create and shift our ego. But once you have patience with people, and you're able to understand that you're constantly seeing yourself being reflected back at you. And this can be from the driver on the train, to the guy at the grocery store, to your best friends, to your parents, to anybody in any encounter that you have. Everybody is reflecting you to you. And that's where you have to acknowledge the fact of, what am I seeing here? What am I manifesting here? What does the state of my mind currently? And once you're able to see how everybody is reflecting you back onto you, you realize that there isn't really any room for blame, for you to judge people. You kind of stop feeling like a victim when it comes to other people's actions and words, because not only are they mirroring, you're mirroring each other, but at the same time, we're all going through our own experiences collectively and individually. And I think the ability to see the mirroring has a lot to do with the programming that you experienced in your life, especially in childhood. What kind of messages did you receive, and what were your experiences? Did you have difficult relationships with your parents? What was their dynamic like? What was the dynamic that you saw with your siblings and your parents? Depending on what you experienced, programming that you saw is going to affect how you develop as an adult and affect how you see relationships. For me, for example, I was raised by a single mother, and it was just me and her. So she was always saying like, I shouldn't trust people. I should be scared to trust people. And for me, you have two options. It's either do the same thing as your parent or do the opposite. And I don't know, I just didn't really see people like that. It made me want to talk to people even more. And that was how my programming affected me. Now, for me, I didn't want to see people that way, but I still noticed that I was having a hard time in my relationships, because even though I wanted to get to know people, I still was unable to fully trust people, because that area of programming still existed in me. And it wasn't until I got a lot older that I realized just because I like people doesn't mean I really trust people. And where was that coming from? So that negative belief around relationships caused a mirroring effect in all of my relationships, where I wasn't able to get close to people. I had a few different things happening. The mirror that I was seeing in other people were people who were open, right? Because I was trying to be open, but then things weren't really working out for me, because in those relationships, I experienced people who were trying to use me or take advantage of me, because I had that self-limiting belief that, oh, I can't trust people, even though, so it was kind of like ulterior motives. I guess I was attracting a lot of people who had ulterior motives, right? And then once I started to really notice this pattern, that was when, and what was going on, and that self-limiting belief still existed in me, that even though I was friendly and I thought I was navigating the world opposite from my programming, that wasn't true, because I wasn't allowing myself to be vulnerable in my relationships. I wasn't allowing people to really get to know me, and hence attracting people who didn't always have my best interest at heart. And it wasn't until I was able to really understand what was going on with me and try to be vulnerable with people, which was hard to do. But I'm still working on it. I'm still working on it, because I've noticed that the deeper I'm able to go in myself, okay, the deeper I can go in my own programming and decoding my own programming, the deeper I can have that reflected to me in my mirroring. And now I'm creating relationships and have relationships, or I feel like I'm truly seen and supported, because I'm able to give that to myself now. And that is what's being mirrored back to me. I'm creating relationships that are mirroring love back to me, because I was first able to do that in myself. I was able to finally shift the narrative, shift the subconscious programming that was in my head. Whatever the mirroring is, I chose the topic of relationships because the whole concept that we're talking about mirroring in other people, relationships, right? But it's more than that. It can also be like, are you a negative, you're pessimisticism, whatever the word is. You know, if you're seeing the world, because this is bigger than just relationships, if you're seeing the world in such a negative way, right? Because the common denominator is you. The common denominator is you. If you're going around seeing the world half empty, then you're gonna put yourself in situations where things are half empty. Even though you could see things easily half full, the person next to you is trying to tell you, oh, you know, half full, the world is half full, not half empty. You're not gonna see that, and they're gonna sound, you're not even gonna really listen to the words that they're saying, because you can't meet them where they're at. And all people can do is meet you where they're at. And all you can do is meet people where they're at. It doesn't matter if I try to explain things, even all of these messages, you know, if you're not here trying to hear what I'm trying to say and only hearing it from your point of view or your level, if you're not really trying to hear what I'm trying to say, like, it's not going to make sense, because it's like, oh, you might be thinking like, oh, well, I can't blame me because my life isn't working out. you know, but that's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying to blame you. I'm just saying, how do you look at the world? How do you look at yourself? How do you talk to yourself? If you're being pessimistic and you're seeing the world as such a negative, difficult place to be in, what are you going to attract? You're going to attract, you know, oh, I'm so stupid, and now you attract people who think you're stupid and take advantage of you. Words are so powerful. Even the words that you don't say out loud that you're saying to yourself is so powerful. What I'm trying to highlight is it's you, and there really is no way around this. You really have to go deep in with yourself, and look at the patterns that are going on in your life. Whether it's your relationships, whether it's your romantic life, whether it's your relationship with money, whether it's your relationship with the world around you, I don't know, whatever like other examples there are. What is a pattern that you have? What did you see growing up? What was your first relationship with whatever it is like? And sit there, stare at a blank wall, and really just sit there and come up with the answer. Your relationships in your life mirror you a lot more accurately than you perceive. What you assume, what you think, what you feel, all becomes true. You create your reality, and since you create your reality, you create your relationships, because your relationships are a part of your reality. Then you get whatever your mind is telling you. Yeah, that's my video. I hope that was helpful. Comment down below if this message resonated with you, because I never really just like wake up in the morning and like, this is the topic that's on my head, I need to film. So if this was helpful for you, I would love to know. Comment and like this video, and subscribe to my channel if you're not. I really appreciate it. And thank you so much for stopping by, and I'll see you in my next video.